serving them drinks, but I'm white.
You're disturbing the cabin. That's number one.
No, I'm not.
So we're asking you kindly, if you don't mind, just to take your seat.
I will.
We will not be serving you any alcohol.
You never served me any alcohol, but you served the black
and
people.
we will not be serving you any.
And that's fine.
Okay.
And you never served me anyone. But you're discriminating against me because I'm white.
This racist Karen may have had a few too many drinks at the airport bar, because she's about to earn her spot on the no-fly list after this racist tirade, and you won't believe how this whole nightmare ends.
But you're discriminating against me because I'm white. I'm white, and you don't like white people. Black life matters, white life matters. Where it's all peace and love. White life matters, black life matters.
This is, hands down, one of the cringiest scenes I've seen on an airplane in quite a while, and pay attention to how this very vocal Karen keeps escalating the situation, even after the black passengers she insulted and the flight attendant have both moved on. This woman isn't about to let it go.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm disturbing somebody.
Okay, can I just pop in for a second and say, please, I am begging you, don't hassle flight attendants. They're really nice people, and they have to deal with stuff like this all the time. And just, really, please, don't screw with them. But this story does have a somewhat happy ending, because this Sky Karen ended up forced to do the airport walk of shame, escorted off the plane by a black airline security official. Now, if that isn't poetic justice, I don't know what is.
Look at that, you get escorted by a black person. All that talking. Yeah. White power.
And while we're on the subject of drunk people in the media, let's take a walk over to the Fox News, where alleged comedian Greg Gutfeld must have poured himself a triple yesterday, because he had a lot to say about Vice President Kamala Harris, and none of it seemed to make very much sense.
She sounded drunk, but I often sound drunk at times. You know what I hate most about this? That we all have to do the work that Kamala was supposed to do. So she comes out there, she lies, she did no preparation. What happens? Every fool like me this weekend has to read the curriculum. I'm exhausted. I wanted to play. I wanted to hang out with my dog.
So this is right-wing comedy, huh? It's definitely experimental. Gutfeld's big gripe with Kamala Harris focused, as always, on the idea that racism is real. And Gutfeld is especially angry that Harris's speech about racism meant that he had to actually work for some of that $24 million salary. In case you aren't familiar with the Greg Gutfeld comedic formula, it goes something like this. Greg Gutfeld doesn't like Kamala Harris, so he says something racist. Then a bunch of people get upset, and Greg Gutfeld says, "What? You liberals can't take a joke?" It's basically like they gave a 7th grader a TV show and said, hey, just go with it, man. Gutfeld also had some deep thoughts on police brutality. In a rant earlier this month, Gutfeld went on a quest to find the real victim of police brutality. And as it turns out, that real victim is, apparently, Greg Gutfeld.
Remember when the left used a video of police brutality to propel a relentless physical assault on our country, months of unabated violence, riots, and looting, which has now spiraled into years. And their rallying cry was, burn it down. This system is oppressive and it must be destroyed. So can we stop now? I mean, how long do we let this go on? I mean, haven't we taken our medicine? We're really sorry. Do we have to still keep being the oppressor? You know, it's just not fair. You know, but if you bring that up, then you're racist, right?
I'll be honest, I have no clue what Greg Gutfeld is yelling about here, but he's clearly very angry at the idea that the black community might be a little upset about police brutality. And yeah, Greg, they do call you a racist if you say all that, because it's racist, buddy. Though I think Greg knew that when he wrote it.
Do you have a visa to be here? You don't even have a visa, do you?
You don't have nothing to be here?
Are you here legally? Are you here legal? Are you here legal? He said no. He said no. He said no. He's not here legally.
In Middletown, Connecticut, about 15 miles south of Hartford, that white couple is harassing two landscapers and demanding to see their work visas. This incident erupted on a Sunday morning. The workers, who are brothers, started filming the insults and ugly tirades, and that seemed to bring out even more bigotry from the white couple. The older white man in the black t-shirt has been publicly identified as Robert Shaw. The white woman with purple hair, a Snoopy t-shirt, and barefoot has been identified as Sharon Williams.
Look at them doing nothing but sitting and against their trucks.
This is why we need a border wall. Right here. This is why we need a border wall. Get these clowns out of here.
All day long, disturbing the entire neighborhood all
They're
day
serving
long.
their entire neighborhood all day long, and they don't give a
Veo, no digan nada.
Robert, come on. Robert, come on.
Stop attacking me.
The border wall remark underscored the ignorance and stupidity of Mr. Shaw and his partner Sharon Williams. You see, the landscapers, the Martin brothers, are from Puerto Rico, a U.S. territory. The brothers are U.S. citizens, even if their primary language is Spanish. Anyway, this interaction went on for 8 ugly minutes. The landscapers stayed calm and kept filming the bigoted white couple, who in turn filmed the landscapers.
Do you not speak English?
No speaky ingy. And what have they done? Like, literally, absolutely.
All day. All day.
Take some good videos so when you're, you have to go back over the border.
I'm going to put this on Facebook.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. It's
Definitely. The name
Do
of
not hire these
the name of
clowns.
Look at him. Look at him trying to be all like Rico Suave.
I
I'm
know.
Rico
Like an
Suave.
iPhone that
Rico
doesn't work.
Suave. Guess what?
Can we annoy you now? While you annoyed us all day? Can we?
Sunday. You weren't even polite. We approached you, asked you what was going on. You're just like, oh, suck my type thing.
Suck my... Actually, the Puerto Rican landscapers say they were polite in responding to the approaching couple, but they say Mr. Shaw and Miss Williams did not want to listen and were immediately irate and insulting. Eventually, the landscapers called police, and now justice has been served. Robert Shaw and Sharon Williams have been arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. Police found that the couple's hostile behavior prevented Jose Martin and his brother from doing their work. And by the way, landscaping work is allowed in Middletown, Connecticut on Sundays. The mayor of Middletown, Ben Florsheim, issued a statement supporting the landscapers and condemning the white couple. Quote, "Let me be clear, we don't tolerate this type of behavior in Middletown, and it doesn't represent who we work to be as a community. My staff has reached out to Mr. Martin to offer our apologies for the way he was treated while working in our city. We never want anyone to think that what you saw in that video is what you get when you come to Middletown." Kudos to the mayor for that clear and compelling statement. Also, respect to landscaper Jose Martin and his brother. Despite being harassed and insulted for 8 minutes, the Martin brothers stayed calm and cool and simply recorded the ugliness. The Martin brothers, who run a well-respected and well-reviewed landscaping business, have the kind of decency and integrity that our communities need. As for Robert Shaw and Sharon Williams, one can only hope that they are shamed and shunned. Middletown is a beautiful part of Connecticut, but it will be made even better when racist and bigoted residents are identified and humiliated and learn that hatred of any kind will never be tolerated.